Hi, everybody. Today I've decided I'm going to try to be in a good mood all day long. Let's see how long that lasts. Probably not that long, but I'm going to try. Today is opening day for the Red Sox. Yay. Baseball, my favorite sport. My favorite sport to watch. My favorite sport to play. You're going to have to put on ice skates to play it. You know, high tops. Chuck Taylors or whatever they call those things. Anyway, love playing baseball. Love playing baseball. Played in high school. We were horrible. We never get to practice. What happened was our teacher slash coach, I don't know how he ended up with the gig, but this guy literally looked like Humpty Dumpty. I've never seen a person, an overweight person, shaped as round as this guy was. He literally looked like a huge ball with stick legs sticking out, but he was a nice guy. He was a nice guy. So our school was on West Broadway. He was going out one day, the end of the day, and we used to watch him get into his car. He had his Chevy Malibu when they were really long, mid-70s. And it would take him a long time, the poor guy, to get into his car. And he'd finally get his whole body, and then he would reach out to grab the door to pull it in. And I didn't see it, but I heard it. So he's doing it one day, and he goes to reach out to grab the door, and a garbage truck comes flying by and rips the door off. And he could hear it. You could hear the sound. I thought somebody was going to be dead. And our school was where the old Rosen Guy Clinic was, but the middle of West Broadway. And they found the door up by Poger's, I think. And I think they're literally telling him it was his fault. He wasn't in control of his door, whatever. It took forever for this to get fixed, so we get no practice. Anyway, Mr. Sherman, that's what his name was. He had taught at, oh my God, the one in East Boston, Don Savio, because he had been a brother for many, many years. It's sort of like half a priest, I guess, or something, but I don't know how he dressed, but it would have been cool to see what he looked like if he had a brother uniform or something. But anyway, he left, came to us. I don't know whatever happened to him after that. Like I said, he was a nice guy. So he's got us set up with a few games. All the powerhouse Catholic schools. It was Don Savio, PC High, and Don Bosco. And we were going to play their JV teams. But nobody told us that their JV baseball players were all varsity football players, like at every team. And these guys were monsters. And one of them apparently was Steve Diossi. And playing catcher, but these guys were just, we look like the Bad News Bears. And we were not good. We're not good. I think we might have scored a total of 5 runs, maybe. But these guys were just teeing off on us on everything. And I just played shortstop. I played third base. I hated third base. Shortstop, I could handle. Third base, everything came down to me like a cannon. And I swear to God, there was one game, I don't know if it was Savio, I think it was Savio we were playing, that when I went from short to third, everybody that came up to bat was purposely adjusted their stance so they could hit the ball right at me. Because I had a habit of talking to people while we played, when they were on base or if I was on base, and just kind of being a smart ass, really sarcastic. I was making fun of the uniforms. The uniforms, nothing matched. They were all like cobbled together, you know. And some that might say, one might say Savio on it, the other one might say Dom Savio on it, whatever. And we had brand new uniforms. We sucked, but we looked good. Hey, Turbo, good morning. We had brand new uniforms. And, oh yeah, guys, we look good. He's just saying good morning. But we sucked. As I keep on saying, we sucked. One of our pitchers had a habit of getting, smoking a bit of weed before the game. He was supposed to be our best pitcher. See, anytime I ever played baseball, they would never let me pitch. I was kind of an okay hitter, kind of, a little above average fielder. But I had a really good arm. And I was fine if I was like practicing, say, on the mound and just throwing to somebody. But the second somebody got in the batter's box, I would hit them. Or come close to hitting them, or usually hitting them. And that continued the whole. I don't know what it was. I could not zero in on the catcher. I just kept on looking over. Was there a bat? Nobody wanted to get in there. After a while, nobody wanted to get in. I had a habit of getting hit when I was playing to get on base. I sit so close to the plate. But anyway, so it's supposed to be cold today for the opener at Fenway. I'm not even sure who they're playing now that I think about it. Doesn't matter. Baseball has started. That means everything is going to be better. Baseball makes everything better. The Bruins make everybody happy, but baseball makes everything better. Oh, I hope I get a little energy today. I do want to go out, probably dress up a little warm and plant a few more things. I do know where my seeds are. It should be okay to plant. They're underground. Still got those plants over there that I planted and were growing upstairs inside that popped up, and they're growing crazy. I just propped them up a little bit, and then we got Mike's head. I don't know what's growing in there, something completely different. I don't know why I don't write these things down, because I'm not getting paid to do it. People have noted that. Yeah, I'm great at work because I'm getting paid to do it. When I'm outside of work, I will not remember your name. I will get up in the middle of the night to help you if there's a problem. I really would. But your name, I don't know what that is. I was told because I'm not getting paid to do it. Oh, I was amazing with that at work. Amazing with that. But a group of guys came in from a particular ethnic group, as they say, in Spanish, and for some reason, 10 of them all had the same first name. I don't know what it was or how it was, but they were all Jose. It was like Jose, Joe, whatever, Jose this, Jose that. I'm asking them, like, what's your name? Jose. I was like, oh, no, this isn't going to work. So I gave them all different names so I could identify them, and I thought they'd be pissed, but they loved it. They thought it was hilarious. One day I said a guy's name wrong, and this kid says, he goes, no, I'm Harry. He's Larry, I'm Harry, or something like that. It was too funny, These guys were getting paid half of what the regular guys were getting, and they worked twice as hard. I loved them. Had them, and I had a group of about 10 or 15 hard of hearing or deaf guys. They were funny too. They just wanted to work, get the paycheck, get out. There was a couple of smart asses. it's funny when after a while when you used to, and I was learning their signs, because they make up their own, and how sarcastic they can be by signing and different things. I don't know. Then there was this guy working for me. His name was Clara Mundo, and he was from Cape Verde, and he spoke about 4 different languages, and he said he was a school teacher back where he lived. So he helped me a lot with the different ethnicities. I don't even know what the right word is because of shit, but the languages and stuff. And but he had the hardest trouble understanding me sometimes speaking English. And he said, you talk different. You talk funny or something, but he was good. Clara, I don't know what it means, but Mundo is the world. And so I just used to call him, I said, you're my world. And he would laugh. I'd say it over the loudspeaker, could my world come down to the desk? He lived in, I think it was Battle Street in Brockton. They either lived in South End or Brockton, most of the people that I had there. But it was different. It was definitely different. If they want to borrow some of my people and they weren't that fluent in anything but, say, Haitian Creole, and they went to work somewhere else, I'd get a call on the radio, can you come down to the dock? I'd go down there and then say to the boss, what do you want? I'm kind of busy. He goes, you talk to this guy and tell him what I need him to do. And I looked at him, I said, you think I speak French? Or, well, they're working for you, how do you get to work for you? And I said, like this. He told me what they wanted to do, and I showed the guy once. And the boss says to me, that's amazing. I goes, that's amazing? I just showed him what to do. I spoke English at the same time I was doing it. The guy kept on nodding. I don't know if he understood a word I said, but all I did was showed him what he had to do. That place was a trip. I was hoping I could get it. I was pissed because I was 1 year short of getting my 5th week vacation. But I got over it after a while. Went to work for Coca-Cola, made a lot of money there. Jesus, they're like, ugh. But it broke me, physically and mentally. For every dollar they pay you, they want you to pay them back in 5. But that's not everybody. See, if you got a engineering degree there, you go to work there. I don't know what they expect out of you, but most of the guys that came through Northeastern, like they had at Bradley's, were only there because they had to start paying their student loans back, and they were going to get out of there as quick as possible. And they added nothing to the company, absolutely nothing. But they loved doing that. They loved that, and their military. And I was neither. But I had the job that had, oh my God, it was not the easiest. It was the most technical. That, and then when they had to do some presentation or something, I had to explain to them their reports that I printed out and gave them every day, and they never read. And I'd have to sit down and explain to them what these numbers were. And the funny thing is I worked there. I was there these guys had all worked there, some of them 10 and 20 years, and I was there like a day. And I'm explaining their reports to them that they've never read. Coming up, buddy? Coming up? He's not sure. Karen always says he's indifferent. Oh, he's coming up the other way. Come on up. Come on up. He wants to give me love. Come on. When I was really upset the other day, he came up on me, and he just started smashing his forehead on my chest and my face, and then tapping me. He'll put his paw on the side of your face like this. Like, so he's going, oh, you poor thing. Oh, he feels it. He knows when you're not doing well, and he tries to help you. And then he claims ownership of me by climbing up on the couch and putting his paw on my head. This is mine, as my sister said. This is mine. He still doesn't get over the fact that I got no hair. He actually used to sit on my head and knead my hair when it was still thick. You know, like making a bed out of a thing. You know what's funny? He doesn't purr. He talks a lot. His first couple of years, he barely made a sound. Oh, here he comes. There he is. There he is. Let me take my hat off. Yeah, let me take my hat off. Anyway. Hey. Say hi to the 3 people who are watching. Possibly 2. Say hi. Say hi. Give me. Kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss. Kiss, kiss. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Isn't he a handsome boy? He is so handsome. Back to me. The more important person in the room. Oh, my God. So I have my... Oh, do you mind? Yes, he always does mine because he never moves. We had spaghetti last night. That's like his favorite food. Seriously. That and ramen. The cat eats spaghetti and ramen. And the other day, I guess apparently he was eating a Rice Krispie treat. He only eats a tiny bit of these. Well, actually, the spaghetti he eats more, but it's funny because you have to hang it in front of his face. Then he turns his head. Karen says he's acting shy. That he really doesn't want to eat it. Oh, I shouldn't do it. Oh, no, I shouldn't do it. And then he lowers his head down, gets it in his mouth from the bottom, and then sucks the whole string up. Like, it's hilarious. I didn't know a cat could do that. But anyway, I got, ooh, that's hot and heavy. Favorite New Hampshire mug. I have a lot of them. A lot of mugs. She's from New Hampshire. They do that when we go to like the Broadway shows down in Boston. They usually sell mugs. But that's what got me started on the magnets because Karen said we had enough mugs, so I started buying refrigerator magnets. But I don't know. I should write this shit down if I told this before. When her company moved to a different location, she found this big cache of refrigerator magnets. They were all Boston refrigerator magnets, but they were from years ago. Like you could tell from the price. So it was like the Old North Church, maybe the Prudential Building, the Customs House, I think, Paul Revere's house. There was a whole bunch of them. So as some people may know, we travel a little bit. Usually like short burst travel, two days or so or whatever to go to one of like her celebrity shows or somewhere else. So I got the idea to take the magnets and plant them in different shops that we went to. And they had price tags on them. They were like $4.98. It was like pretty expensive. I think these things might have been made in the 80s. So all over the East Coast where we went, I would plant these refrigerator magnets, which honestly of a higher quality than anything that they were selling there. They were really good quality fridge magnets. They were like, they came out, they weren't flat. They had structure to them. So I just wondered all the time if anybody ever tried to buy them. They all said Boston on them, and it was like I put it from New York, New Jersey, probably Vermont, New Hampshire, just wherever we went. And that's what gave me the idea to make fridge magnets for the Hall of Distinguished Gentlemen, which I have many of now. Probably too many. I'm going to stop it for a while. I've got that, and I've got stickers and stuff like that, and I think maybe a keychain or 2 left. And I just give them out to people. Usually when we make the donations, I put them in the bag, or the laundry basket, whatever we give it to them in, and just trying to spread, HODG, Hall of Distinguished Gentlemen, trying to plant this thing so, like, in 100 years from now, when we're on television, well, I won't be, but when we're on television, we can talk about the beginnings of the Hall of Distinguished Gentlemen. It'll have our children on it. I can imagine that. Eric's kid will be on there. His name's Jameson, but I call him Hennessy, and I call his sister Charlotte Carlotta. Carlotta, not Colada. Oh, maybe Colada would be better. I don't know, but yeah, I call him Hennessy. When he was born, I said to Erica, because she named him after my favorite whiskey. He goes, mine too. And then one day I just was looking at him, I think Eric posted a karate picture, and I just said the name Hennessy, the brown. The brown. Let me get you some brown. Hennessy came to mind, because again, I like to rename people and things. Well, I think I'm going to go now. I'm going to have my coffee, my glass of water, my banana. It's a banana. We actually think we've had a banana shortage around here lately. Stop and Shop for a while only had plantains. My niece gets mad at me when I call them Spanish bananas, but literally people of that ethnicity eat plantains, and we didn't, so I'm not sure what to say. They're kind of a stubby banana, Oh, one last thing. I remember I was in Jamaica. I saw what bananas actually grow in. I thought they just grew off a banana tree in the bunches like that, but they're actually inside a big pod. The thing looks ridiculous. It looks like something they made up in Hollywood. But outside the window in my room, one night to see the pods. The whole place was surrounded by different tropical plants, but a lot of fruit plants. Literally, the coconuts would fall out of the tree as you were walking by. It was hilarious, And I fully expected to get hit by one, so I tried to avoid them and stay on the sidewalk. But anyway, so one night, what thing was in the pod. Next day, the pod was open when I woke up. It just opens up. It's like on a hinge, and just one whole side of it just opens up, and inside is this massive amount of bananas. It's crazy. It's crazy. And I had a picture for the longest time. I don't know if I can find it, of a moth or butterfly that was in a chair, and it was actually camo. I don't know if this is where the military got it designed from, that it was a camo butterfly. Seriously, it was the most bizarre thing. I sat down next to it, it never moved. I adjusted in the seat it was on, and then it turned towards me and was like looking at me. And, but it was like, it wouldn't move, like it wasn't afraid of anything, but it was camo. It was crazy. All right, I'm going to go now. Eat my banana, drink my coffee. Everybody be safe out there. Be safe, be loving. To the appropriate people now. Be loving the appropriate people. Anyway, carry on. Boop, boop, boop.